So today we're starting with Photoshop, and the first thing is how to actually open Photoshop on your computer. So if you look at the bottom, you'll have a folder that has all the Adobe programs in it. When you scroll up, then we can see Photoshop, and it will open for you. When Photoshop's open, we can create a new document, but we have some settings that we need to establish. So right away you want to name it, and you want to name it usually something to do with the assignment title. So today we can just call it Photoshop Practice. And looking at the presets, we have different options depending on what you're working on. So for our purpose, we're usually going to use US paper, which then sets the width and the height. So this is a standard piece of white paper, and then it sets your resolution for you. You generally, if you're printing, you don't want to have any resolution that would be less than 300 pixels per inch. Other settings that you might use at some point would be photo. If you were planning to print on photo paper, then we can use standard sizes. So if you're doing a landscape photo, 4x6, 5x7, 8x10, and those are standard sizes that photo paper would come in. And you can see if you click on one, it will change all the settings for you. So for our purpose, we're going to use US paper and click on OK. And then I can see mine that has opened. The next thing you need to know when you're working with Photoshop is how to choose appropriate images to be working on. So in Google, if I'm looking for an image for the cut and paste that I'm going to do today, I've decided I'd like to put a picture of a lion in. So I'm going to click on Images, Search Tools, Size, and I'm going to change it to large. Sometimes if you're choosing a picture and it's too small, it will look pixelated when you're using it in Photoshop. So when you find an image you would like to work with, you're going to click on the image and View Image. Click on File, Save Page As, and you can rename it. And for today, it's probably easiest to save to your desktop so that we can just drag it into Photoshop. So if I minimize and I go back to Photoshop, I'm going to click on my document to bring me back to the Photoshop menu.